All right, today I'm doing my first 100-mile ride review on the Husqvarna HC5, and I'm going to do the review while I'm on the trail because I think that's appropriate. But overall, this is a really great bike. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I've had some issues with it, but yeah. So we're going to get on the road. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about on this Husqvarna HC5 is the Shimano drivetrain, and it's been an excellent motor. I haven't had any issues with it. I've heard a lot of people that have had issues with the Shimano, but it's been a good drivetrain. I haven't had any issues, like I said, and 100 miles, it's quiet, it's smooth. Yeah, no issues at all. I think the biggest thing about it is the tunability. Being able to tune it gives you a lot of options on this motor, and it really helps get you just what you need. So probably the biggest setting on the Shimano that you really need to pay attention to is the sensitivity, right? How responsive it is. There's a setting for that, and I have mine set up pretty sensitive because I like instant response. So I pretty much have that setting as a key factor, but outside of that, plenty of power, no issues, lots of tunability, and I really like the motor, so that's a big plus. Okay, so the next thing is suspension. It's taken me a while to get the suspension set up the way I like it. It's still not as plush as I would like it to be on the little jarring hits, but overall it's not bad, and I'm still kind of messing with it, but it's air suspension. Can't really put spring forks in here because it'd just be way too heavy, but you have to mess with the settings a lot, and overall I'm pretty happy with it the way I have it now, but it took me a while to get there. Good suspension though. I like the setup that I have. I have 180 millimeters of travel on the front forks, 170 on the back, and it seems to be all I need, really. But yeah, it's just a lot of tuning, so you got to be prepared for that. Okay, the brakes and wheels. I haven't had any issues. I've hit rocks, I've hit big jumps. I haven't had any loose spokes. They all seem really good. The wheels hold up really well. I've basically not had any issues with the brakes. The brakes are really good, actually. Love the brakes, so that's a big plus. And so again, more positives in that respect. In my first 100 miles, no issues there, all good. So as far as handling goes, I've got the mullet on, it's a mullet sort of arrangement, so I got a 29er in the front, 27.5 in the rear, but the handling is really good. It's super stable. So yeah, I really like the handling on it. It corners well. I have no issues with the handling. I think it's probably one of the more stable bikes you're going to find, actually, if stability is a big deal. And that's just part of their downhill geometry on these bikes, but handling is really good. And it's complemented by reasonably good suspension. Okay, so the only real issues I have with this bike has really been in the shifting. It's a bit notchy, probably not as good as it could be. So I have an HC4 as well. We have an HC4 my wife rides, and seems to shift a lot better than this bike, but it shifts okay. But that's probably my biggest issue with it, and that's not a huge issue. Like, it shifts okay. It just seems like compared to the HC4 it could be better. But anyway, that's my only real complaint with the bike. Outside of that, it's been an awesome bike. I'm gonna hit some good fast downhill up here and call it a good day. that's it, guys. That's my review. I don't know how good that was or substantial for you guys, but you know, the bike's been great. You know, those initial issues I had, the dealer took care of. And if there's one lesson that I learned, if you buy a real expensive e-bike like this, you should buy it from a dealer that has good dealer support. Because if it wasn't from the dealer support, I would have been really unhappy with this. But as it is, I had really good dealer support. And so, you know, the issues that I had with it, as you've seen from other videos, got resolved. My HC4, no issues at all. You know, you can buy a bike online and it might be great, but shoot, if you have an issue with the bike, you want good dealer support. So that's the last thing I got to say about this. I think I covered the brakes, the suspension, the shifting, the motor, the handling. If you guys have any other questions for me about this bike, just let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Thanks for watching.